Just like the Joe Exotic said, I don't know if I'll ever recover from this weekend.
Hello? You're currently on the phone with Kacey K. Yep, that's me.
Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, November 4th, and it is, I mean, I guess it's technically Christmas time. All the Christmas commercials are coming out. I saw a Christmas commercial like a month ago. I'm like, this is pretty early for Christmas stuff, but I do love Christmas. I wish people would respect Thanksgiving more. It's just a fun little, I don't know. I mean, it's not like you don't really get to relax the day of Thanksgiving, but you don't have to like go all out on decorating. And it's kind of like it's getting colder, but it's not too cold. It's kind of like gearing you up for the cold. You kind of can enjoy Christmas movies and stuff. I am of the sort where I don't think you should put up Christmas stuff until like Thanksgiving night or the day after. But this year might be different because I'm not at this house as much anymore. So I think when I am here, I should take advantage of making it as Christmassy as I can because we have a lot of Christmas stuff. We have a lot. I have 4 Christmas trees. I don't put all of them up. I guess maybe I do. The living room, the family room, the downstairs family room, and then usually we have our family Christmas party in the garage because my family's so big that we can't fit in a normal house. But we're having that party at a different place now. So I don't think I'll put up 4 this year. I think technically I have 5 trees, but I don't put them up all at the same time. Regardless, our section underneath the porch of the house is like the storage room, and the entire left side is basically all Christmas. So we do love Christmas here, but it's a lot of work. Right? It's a lot of work. But when it's all done, it's just so nice. It's so nice. Anyway, long tangent, but hopefully you are enjoying November. I feel like November gets kind of like just pushed to the side a lot. But if you're people that decorate for Christmas now or, go for it. Who are we to judge? Who are we to You know what does bug me when people leave their trees up like way after Christmas? I remember when I lived with my grandparents and our neighbors across the street. They had their tree up like I think till March. And like it was on 24/7. I don't know how those lights didn't burn out. I'm like, okay, it's time. Like it's time to take that down. I'll do it for you if you want me to, but it's yeah. I think it's worse when you leave it up versus when you put it up before. Would you guys agree? Like, I would rather people put up the tree before Christmas than leave it up months after Christmas. But who am I to judge? This weekend was so exhausting, but so fun. Halloween was a Friday night, which means my birthday was a Saturday night, which is just like a great mixture. Which then means next year my birthday is going to be on a Sunday, so that's not fun. But it was good. It was fun. So we had a couple costumes. I went as Danny Phantom. I'll post a picture here. The first half of the night, and then the second half of the night we went to a party, and I was a frat boy, which was much. I don't know. I kind of wish I could have kept my Danny Phantom costume on, but I didn't. I just felt like I was wearing normal clothes, kind of, to the other party. But the neighborhood we were in does a thing called Tipsy Treats, and I think technically you're supposed to have kids with you, but none of us have kids or are married or even close to having kids. But the people that want to participate put on this Google map if they are, and so you go to these houses and they give you cocktails, which is what we were thinking was supposed to happen. But first 2 houses we went to, they gave us beer, and we're like, thanks. And they're like, we actually don't have enough. We'll go get you some more. And we're like, no, that's totally fine. And he's like, no, we insist. We're like, no, really, you do not have to do that. Meaning, we don't like beer. Please do not give us beer. He's like, no, I insist. So he went down and got us beer. And we went to the next house, and these people didn't even come outside. They just had their cooler on the front porch, and they had like seltzer kind of stuff, but it was like more beer as well. And we're like, and a guy comes out, and he's kind of looking at us funny. And we're like, is everything okay? He's like, I was just checking. You guys look really young. I was like, thank you. I'm like, that is the nicest thing you could have said to me. And then the last house we went to, the couple was dressed up as the Big Lebowski and Maud Lebowski. I've actually never seen that movie, but I know someone who absolutely loves that movie. So I kind of want to watch it. I think it's like a cult classic. Would it be a cult classic or just a classic? Anyway, they had this kind of, was it whiskey they had, and they put cream soda in it, and that was really, really good. We were walking around, I was like, is this legal? Can we do this? Like, we were drinking alcohol on the sidewalk, and they're like, I don't think so, but no one's stopping us. So then we went back and took pictures and kind of had some fun at the house and just hung out. We went to this other party, which was crazy, and I actually ended up winning. We got there like maybe an hour after the party started, so it was really busy and fun. And I get there and I someone taps me on the shoulder and I turn around and it's this guy dressed up as a nun. He's like, "Hey, do you want to play beer pong?" I was like, I have not played beer pong in a long time, mainly because I'm not good at sports. And so I just kind of stay away from stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? Sure. Why not? And we went 3 rounds of beer pong. I'm like, I am so proud of myself. Like, this is the most athletic I've probably ever been in my life. And it was fun. It was a good party. It was one of those parties where there was like no drama. At least if there was, I didn't notice it. Um, it was a Real Housewives of Salt Lake. It was like a play on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake party. I can't remember the exact theme, but everyone just had a great time. It was fun. We went home and yeah, for some reason, I don't know why I'm so surprised about this, but I can't sleep in. Like, sleeping in past 7 is basically impossible for me. And I really most of the time cannot go back to sleep. And so I would wake up and I watched Kardashians. It was my birthday, so I'm like, I want to watch the Kardashians. The thing is, I'll wake up early, but then I'll need a nap later most of the time. I'm like, this is so annoying. Can I just like not need a nap? I love napping, but also it's like it is a waste of time. Like it really is a waste of time. My friend's like, I don't like to take naps because makes me more groggy when I wake up. And I'm like, that is true. That's why you take cat naps. Cat naps are the best. And I mean, they're not like an invention, but in the whole world, a quick 10 to 20-minute cat nap, and you have to get up. Like you cannot make yourself sleep more because when I sleep like over an hour, I will agree. I'm like, okay, now I feel like a slob. But yeah, I don't know why I'm talking about this, but but I am. I went to Vessel Kitchen for my birthday, um, and I got the Utah. It's like the Utah Bowl. I think it has the name Utah in it somewhere, and Brussels sprouts. I was in pure heaven. And then my friends and I had like this couple parties that night, so I kind of just hung out in the daytime. Didn't do much. I did take a nap, well, quite a long nap actually, and that did feel good. And then we went to this party. It was like a futuristic party. It's called like Interstellar. That was the theme of it. And I used to do this in like elementary school and middle school and stuff when I was like crazy hair day or crazy whatever day. And I would go all out and then I get to school and I'd feel so self-conscious because I wouldn't see anybody else dressing up. And so I would be so embarrassed and so like so I just learned to tone it down. But then people would come later in the day or like closer to school started and they were wearing cool costumes. I'm like, "Ugh, I should have like not been insecure." Like a lot of times I would go and like fix my crazy hair, make it look a little bit more normal, or I would wear like slightly crazy pajamas, but not too crazy. That's kind of how I felt with this party. I was like, I don't want to go all out and be like the only one that's like wearing something so bizarre. But I wouldn't have been. There are people there that were dressed so cool. Like you can tell they took so much time with this theme. It was in a building downtown, kind of by the Green Pig, if you know where that's at. It was very, very close to where Jen Shaw went to court. If you're unfamiliar with that, it's downtown. It was like this old building, but it was fun. It was like basically a giant photo op type thing, and I was kind of nervous because I think it was kind of influencer central, and you just always hear horror stories about influencers. And so I was just prepared for people just to be like arrogant and rude or whatnot. Everyone was very, very nice, very kind, very like welcoming, and I kind of stayed back because the person I was with knew like basically the people throwing the party, a lot of people there and stuff. And I'm like, I'm just gonna kind of do my thing, drink my drinks, and basically everyone that he talked to also came up to me. They're like, "Oh, what's your name?" I'm like, "Me? Like you're talking to me?" They're like, "Yeah, what's your name?" I'm like, "Oh." And even the people that were hosting the party, like there was a huge group of people, and the guy was talking to everyone, and then he sees me out of the corner of his eye and he's like, "Oh, I don't think I've met you. What's your name?" I was like, "What is this place?" I was not expecting kindness. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And people, it's just so fun to see people's creativity. I saw many people I knew there, and that was a good time. Then we had another party after that. So we went to meet up with our other friends and went to this other party, which was wild and bizarre. But it was overall a very good weekend, very tiring. The next day, you know when you just like cannot wake up, you're just so exhausted that you just need to sleep for like a day. That's how kind of I was the next day. I'm like, I can't. I just need to lay here. I just need to lay here and do nothing. So yeah, it was a lot of cleanup from Halloween and all kinds of stuff that day, but overall it was a great weekend. It was so fun. Also, I was super excited because it was sunny on my birthday. It's very, you never know what the weather's gonna be like on my birthday. And if you know me, you know I love sunshine. So that was probably one of the best gifts that could have been given. And it made me super happy. Anyway, yeah, so thank you for everyone who wished me happy birthday. And if you didn't, shame to you and your whole family. And I hope karma comes your way. No, I'm just kidding. I actually didn't even check Facebook that much, and I usually go through and thank everybody, but I'm like, I don't want to do that this year. I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate if you want to tell me that, but I don't think many people do that anymore. A lot of people do like a post at the end of the day. It's like, thank you for the birthday wishes. I don't even do that. I just don't even get on Facebook that much. I don't know who does or why they do, but maybe I should check there and see if people. It's always like those memes. It's like me checking or me remembering if that person wished me happy birthday, so I can wish them happy birthday. And it's like it's kind of true. Like I don't forget it. I do actually remember who tells me happy birthday, which I don't know. Remembering things, people think it's kind of like fascinating that I can remember so much stuff, but I honestly think it's a curse. Me and my friend Megan were talking about this the other day. It's like we remember the weirdest because she sent me a TikTok video and it was like a skit of like these friends having dinner and they're like one of them's like, "What happened to that one guy that you talked to that one day at the DMV?" And the person's like, "What are you talking about?" This is like not even close to what the scenario is, but it's what I'm coming up with now. And like, what are you talking about? He's like the one with like the blue hair and like her mom just like went to rehab and you guys had like that something similar in common or something. And they're like, "Oh, that was like 4 years ago." And they're like, "Yeah, have you like seen them lately?" Or it's like, "Whatever happened to that coworker of your mom's? Like, did she ever get her speeding ticket paid for?" It's like I don't remember the dumbest, stupidest things. And even Megan was like, it honestly is a curse. Like it's not it's not a flex in any way. I don't know if it's a coping mechanism that I gained during childhood or what, but sometimes I really just wish I could just forget a lot of things because it's taking up a lot of space in here. And then if there's like things you just like think about and you cannot stop thinking about them and you just keep thinking about them over and over and over and over again. Sometimes when I think about something, especially if it makes me upset or something like that, it'll take me a couple weeks to finally like calm myself down and make me not like think about that anymore. And I'll have to like come up with all these scenarios and all these ways like it's okay, like it doesn't matter, like I'll just have to like talk myself off this ledge and I'm like, why do I remember this? Why do I remember everything? Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, my birthday. While we were at that interstellar party though, can't believe I almost forgot to say this. We were standing in line to wait to take pictures of this like basically this whole setup was just um pictures station central, like photo ops central. Like they had professional photographers and everything, which I want to know where those pictures are because I want to post them. And I'm turning around and I look up the stairs and no, sorry, I look down the stairs and this lady's walking up here. I'm like, I know exactly who that is. And I'm like, that is Brittany Bateman from Real Housewives of Salt Lake. And I was like, usually when I see famous people, I'm like, I get so shy. I'm like, I don't want to bug them. And also, it's like, what happens if they like yell at me in front of everybody? Like, how embarrassing would that be? I would be mortified if that happened. You just never know what a celebrity's going to be like. And I'm not of the people that's like you have to always want to take pictures, you have to do this, but also it's like you kind of do. Like Joan Rivers is like, that's the least I can do. Like we are so blessed. The least I can do is like take pictures and sign autographs and talk to my fans. Paris Hilton always takes pictures of people. Kim Kardashian always does. And it's like you did kind of choose the life. So I don't know. In my head, I'm always like, I don't want to bug them. I don't want to make a scene if they don't want to take a picture with me. You know what I mean? Some people had no shame, which I wish I was kind of like that. But I'm like, knowing Brittany, she'll want to take a picture with people. And so me and this other guy were kind of like, we saw each other like look at her and kind of like fangirl. And I was like, do you watch the show? He's like, oh yes. I was like, "Ah, I want a picture with her so bad. And I was like, but I'm kind of scared. I was like, but knowing her, she'll want to take pictures. And he's like, oh yeah, for sure. So I went over there and I was like, hi, sorry to bother you, but would you mind taking pictures? She's like, oh yes, of course. Like, here, let's go over to the good lighting. And she took like lots of pictures. She talked to me. She was super nice. Um, and it was just like she didn't seem annoyed or dismissive or anything like that. Jared was with her, if you're wondering. So there's still a thing. But yeah, it was awesome. I've seen Heather twice because I went to a book signing, both of her book signings, and I do have pictures with her, but it was like you waited in line and she took pictures with everybody in the building. So it's like you stand by her, say like nice to meet you, take the picture and then leave. Like you don't get to like talk to her or anything. I'll never forget we went to Trixie and Katya, their show at the Eccles Theater, which is so interesting to me to see a drag show at this beautiful like theater downtown Salt Lake. If you haven't been to the Eccles Theater, look it up. It's like it literally is stunning. It looks like a night sky. They have like fake stars everywhere. And one thing I remember about that show, it was super long and the music was so loud. Like I thought the speakers were gonna blow because of how loud they had that music. But so when we left, we decided to go down the stairwell instead of the main staircase, and I get a call from my friend Edgar. He's like, Casey. I was like, what? He's like, you should have come with me. I just met Whitney and Heather. I'm like, are you kidding me? Whitney's like one of my favorite ones on the Housewives of Salt Lake. And I'm like, I'm so annoyed. I'm so bugged. I should have just gone down with my other friends. But I didn't. I tried to beat the traffic. So yeah, I don't think I've met any of the other housewives in public before, but it was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, yesterday my friend Mallory, my bestie, took me to dinner for my birthday. We went to Bombay House in Provo. I was gonna say Florida. I don't know why. And if you've not been there, it is Indian food. But if you're kind of like, no, I don't like Indian food, trust. I don't branch out that often, but this place has. I call it the white girl meal because I think everybody gets it. Pretty much all the white people in Utah. But it's called chicken tikka masala, which is a common dish in India, I'm pretty sure. But it is so good, you guys. It is so good. They bring you out rice, you put it over your rice. We always get the garlic naan, which is so good because then you can wipe up your plate after and eat it. It is so good. Like I can't even explain to you how much I love this meal. But she's like, it's his birthday too, and so they brought me out this like little tiny. It wasn't even a cake. It was like ice cream, like a mango ice cream, and it was good. Then afterwards, we went and saw Frankenstein, which I thought it was out, but I guess it's not. It's now in select theaters. Okay, I was right. I was right. Because someone was like, I thought it didn't come out for a while, and I was like, well, it comes out Friday, I think, but it says on the poster it says in select theaters, and then it's coming to Netflix soon. This is coming soon, releases November 7th, but then it says in select theaters now, but then it says coming to Netflix. So it's very confusing. But this is the one with Jacob Elordi and Mia Goth and Oscar Isaac and Christoph Waltz. I think that's pretty much all the main like super famous people. But I listened to this movie. I guess you could call her a critic, which you guys know how I feel about that. Um, she's more of a movie reviewer. She's just very good at knowing movies. Her name's Grace Randolph, and her channel on YouTube's called Beyond. behind. What is her channel called? So annoying. Hang on, sorry. Let me just double check because I do like what some of the stuff she says. Although I do not agree with her. She's so mean to Jessica Chastain, and we all know. If you don't know, you know now. Jessica Chastain is like one of my favorite actresses of all time. I think she's fantastic. I love her work. I love what she does, but Grace Randolph, hates her, and she'll always make fun of her. She'll always make fun of her. I need to resubscribe to YouTube Premium because my credit card expired, and I just never put a new one on there. But I use it all the time. Like that's one thing I use constantly is YouTube Premium. I just never got around to it. Let's see, Grace Beyond. It's like Beyond the Trailer is what it's called. She has a lot of subscribers, 939,000. But she does like a lot of reviews. She gets invited to like movie premieres. She does kind of like how I started doing the box office numbers at the end of mine. That's kind of where I got it from, because she does that every Sunday. She does all the box office reviews. She knows like the director's name. She knows all the work they've done. She knows what studio they worked for. Like she knows a lot of stuff. She did a review on Frankenstein, and she said she hated the first half. So I was like, okay, this is a long movie too. It's 2.5 hours. And I was like, ugh, okay. So basically, the movie's broken down into two parts. The first part is Victor Frankenstein, who's the creator of Frankenstein, obviously, like his childhood growing up and how he becomes to create Frankenstein. The second half is Frankenstein from when he like becomes alive until the end. And Jacob Elordi is Frankenstein, and he did a really. I was like, are they going to make him even look like himself, or is he going to just like be totally CGI and it'll be his voice? But you could tell like it was him. You could for sure tell. There were some moments where I'm like, he looks like what's her name from Avengers? What's her name? Gamora's sister. What is her real name in life is Karen Gillis, I think is her name. Let's just double check here. I guess it might have been faster to just search Karen Gillis on this, because this cast is insane. Wow, her character is not on here anywhere. Okay, hold please. Karen Gillan is her name. She was on that show. Oh, what was it? It was a play on, what was it? Hang on, I'll find it. But it got canceled after one season, and it made me really sad. Selfie is what it was called. It is based on an old book. After being the subject of an embarrassing viral video, a self-involved 20-something enlists the help of a marketing expert to revamp her image in the real world. I want to know what the movie. It's based on some famous movie. See, it got 7.2 on IMDb. Why would they cancel it? Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here to tell you what she plays on Nebula. Okay, so every now and then Frankenstein will look like Nebula. And I'm like, why does he look blue? Like, is he supposed to look blue? Kind of like pale it? I mean, obviously he's supposed to look pale, but he just like the way his face and stuff was stitched too made it look like hers. So that kind of every time I see him, I'm like, oh, he looks like her. Genuinely, really like this movie. Even my friend Mallory was like, that was one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I called someone else after the movie because he's like, I want to know what you think of the movie. And I called him. I was like, that movie was really good. And I'm like, that just solidifies my opinion, my notion that I just don't trust movie critics. I just don't, because usually when they say they hate the movie, I go and I love the movie. And I'm like, it's just what they go to look for in a movie is so different from I think what the general public wants to see. This movie was like opulent. Like you could tell they put money into this. Guillermo del Toro is the director of it, and he did The Shape of Water. Yeah, he did The Shape of Water. He did, what else has he done? That new Pan's Labyrinth movie, Hellboy. He's done a lot of like really famous. Oh, I forgot he did Nightmare Alley. That's the movie I want to see. I think that's the one with, what's his name? Bradley Cooper, isn't it? And he's the magician. Yes, I was correct. Nightmare Alley came out in 2021. A grifter working his way up from a low-ranking carnival worker to lauded psychic medium matches wits with a psychologist bent on exposing him. Who is in this? I forgot. Bradley Cooper. Oh, Kate Blanchett. Are you kidding me? I must watch. Toni Collette. Willem Dafoe. Rooney Mara. You don't hear much from her anymore. This guy looks like a knockoff. What's his name? He was in Weapons. He's Thanos. Oh my gosh, what is his name? Why am I forgetting all these people's names? Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin. That's his name. So yeah, there was definitely, I think in most movies, there's a lot of things that can be taken out for sure. Like this movie was 2.5 hours. I'm like, we probably could have cut 20 minutes at least. But then I'm like, well, but there were a lot of cool scenes as well. It's very gory, for me at least it was. The sound effects, there's some sound effects I'll never get out of my head. But just like basically the first half of the movie, it's like Victor growing up and just showing his dad and how much money his dad had. Like they lived in France, I think, and the estate they lived on, the wealth, I mean, the immense amount of wealth they had was just staggering. And it's like, how do they build all this stuff in the 1800s? Like, and if you did build it, like even where Victor chooses to create Frankenstein, it's this massive, massive tower. And I'm like, how long did that take to build? Like everything is all intricate and detailed and it's super tall. And like, how did like the people that started that, did they even get to see it finished? So amazing to me how they were able to build such cool stuff back in those days. But anyway, I would highly recommend this movie. I don't know when it's coming to Netflix, but it's soon, I'm guessing. This is a movie you should see in theaters. I think it's a great one to watch. It's a great, especially maybe in IMAX. So go do that. It was done very well. Also, there's a scene in there, a couple of them, and I'm like, I know that voice. I know he looks so familiar, and I'm like, I think I know who that is. So I did a little search, and I was correct. It was Filch from Harry Potter. I'm like, you look very different, but I could tell it was you. Also, the movie reviewer Grace Randolph, she said I misheard it, but it's similar. She said, I think people are going to be upset of how small her character is, and I thought I heard how she wasn't in the movie very much, like how short the amount of time she was. But I also disagree. I thought her character, like she used meaning in the sense of she didn't really have her own storyline. It was her involvement with Victor and Frankenstein, which I can see that part. But for the most part, she did have a good role, and she was funny, and she was like super smart. So it's not like she was just like this poor, like woman just cast aside. You know, what I mean, she actually had her own opinions and was like well spoken. You know what I mean? I wonder if that was her. I doubt it. I doubt it. But her hair in that movie, it, so I was like almost longer than her dresses. But yeah, I would give that movie like an 8, honestly, 8 or 9. Like I really enjoyed that movie. So there's that. Okay, let's see. We have some things to talk about here. Okay, I'm gonna try something different this week. I'm going to do a Crumble review, but I'm gonna do a TikTok for it because I want to do it on TikTok, get it out there right now. Plus, by the time this comes out, the week will be over, the Crumble week. But if you're unaware, Crumble partnered with Martha Stewart, and I I just love that. My friend works for Crumble in like the not I guess maybe marketing, but she does a lot of the social media stuff. I was like, did you get to work with the Queen? And she's like, I got to work on this, but unfortunately, we didn't get to meet her. I'm like, that actually kind of makes me feel better because if I would have known she was in Utah and I didn't know about it, I would have been so upset. But basically, she has 7 cookies, which they usually one box only fits 6. Plus, they have additional extra ones, and I think it's because they do those secret menus or whatever. What that is if they have leftovers. It depends on the store. If they have leftovers, they sell those the next week. Um, so okay, here we go. Martha Stewart week. I'm getting the box. Obviously, I have to because it's yellow with these like little cute design on it and the Martha Stewart logo. Oh, my mouth is watering just looking at this stuff. Okay, so there's, let's see. Oh, so I guess on the app it's different. If you go on the app and choose a store, it'll tell you what leftover cookies they have there. So on here it's just 7. We have the classic fudge brownie, a fudgy brownie finished with a glossy chocolate glaze and chocolate drizzle. Maybe I won't say all these because I'm going to do a TikTok. What I'm going to do is film the TikTok and then use the footage on here. So if the sound is worse, I'm sorry. The one I'm most excited for though is let's see, the Mile High lemon pie. I love lemons. I love lemons. So anyway, well, maybe I won't. I'm thinking because if it doesn't work, I want to be able to show you guys still. Okay, the next one is a New York cheesecake, a classic New York cheesecake style cheese. Why can't I read this? A classic New York cheesecake in a graham cracker crust garnished with fresh strawberries. Martha Stewart's chocolate chip cookie thins. These actually look pretty good. Delicately crisp cookies with caramelized edges, chewy center, and a semi-sweet chocolate chips. Chocolate tart cookie. A chocolate cookie with crust filled with silky fudge and chocolate mousse topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. This one looks good too. A coconut layer cake. A tender white cake mixed with shredded coconut layers with vanilla mousse and finished with toasted coconut for a delicate crunch. Pumpkin sheet cake. A spiced pumpkin sheet cake crowned with vanilla bean cream cheese. Oh, that sounds so good. Frosting and buttery brown sugar streusel. What is a streusel? Mile high lemon pie. Ready for this. A bright lemon filling, a golden shortbread crust topped with lofty whipped cream and a slice of fresh, my gosh, a fresh lemon. Uh, what is streusel? Hang on. This is very important. We must find out. What is streusel? Streusel is a crumbly topping made from, oh, okay. So it's like what's on like crumb cake, right? A crumbly topping made from butter, flour, and sugar, often mixed with spices, that is sprinkled on baked goods like muffin, coffee cake, and pies. It provides a sweet, buttery crunch texture to desserts. Streusel is different from strudel, which is a filled pastry. Okay. Where does that come from? That sounds like Nordic, doesn't it? Origin. The name streusel, oh, is German. It comes from the German verb streuen, which means to scatter or to sprinkle. Awesome. The more we know. Okay, so here we go again. We have another celebrity skincare. This one, though, I would trust with my life because it is Dua Lipa. And if we know anything about Dua Lipa, is that she's stunning, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. I can see it. She actually, it's like not necessarily her own. She just partnered with Dua Lipa, or they did. Um, let's see. British Vogue, Dua Lipa launches skincare. Which one should we do? We'll do British Vogue. That reminds me, I need to go get British Vogue. I need to go to Barnes and Noble so bad. Okay, it says Meet Dua TM trademark, powered by AB Science. AB means Augustinus Bader Science. Let's see, what does she have? She only got 3 so far, which that's a good starting point, I think. Shop the routine. Discover Dua's high-performance skincare essentials for clearer, stronger, more radiant skin. Clinically proven and powered by a proprietary TFC5. These proactive skin smart formulas support renewal, resilience, and long-term skin health. So let's see, we have the renewal cream. Reduces visible signs of aging, firm skin, and enhances elasticity while visibly combating texture, fine lines, and wrinkles. Hydrates and strengthens. Locks. This is the next one. Oh wait, no. This is all one thing. Basically, it reduces visible signs of aging, hydrates and strengthens, and smooths and blurs pores. Then there's the supercharged glow complex, brightens and evens, improves elasticity and texture, defends against damage, and then the balancing cream cleanser is it deeply cleanses, hydrates and smooths and balances. So these are, you can buy the whole bundle for $195. So that just means I probably will not be buying this, but if there is a celebrity skincare brand I would buy, she'd be on the top of the list because her skin is flawless. I just can't spend $200 on that. But let's see, I want to try hers, I want to try Paris Hilton's, and I really hope Kim brings hers back. Those 3. Oh, also, oh my gosh, what is her name? Scarlett Johansson. Her skincare is really, really good. It's much more affordable than all the other ones I just mentioned. But yeah, so it doesn't look like this company has any other product. Oh wait, see all products. Oh yeah, no, I think they literally just partnered with her. I think this is a new company. If it's not, I apologize, but I think that they're using her as the face of the company. Or maybe she did want her own company, but she didn't want to be in charge of all of it because she's obviously an international pop star. So I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. This one is fascinating to me because let's see here. Taylor Sheridan, he is the guy that created Yellowstone. I talked about this last time, and Landman, and he makes a lot of money for a lot of people. But he just signed a new deal with NBC. He's usually at Paramount, which is like MTV, CMT, uh, VH1. What else? Are those channels? They don't have very many channels anymore. I think BET might be on that. But listen to this. He just got signed to NBC for a lot of money. It says Taylor Sheridan has signed a major deal with NBC Universal, which will see him move his television and film projects from the Paramount starting in 2029 for TV and 2026 for films. The deal, which is reported to be worth over $1 billion, includes creating content for NBC and Peacock streaming service, as well as films for Universal Pictures. The movie follows his success at like Yellowstone and its spin-offs for Paramount. That is crazy. I wonder how much of that he's getting. He plans to create a significant number of new shows for NBC and Peacock. He looks like he would not want to be in Hollywood at all. There's just people like that. I'm like, what made you want to be an actor? Because I can't see you. Like Billy Bob Thornton. I'm like, I can't see you being like, I want to be an actor and like going up on stage and doing like bizarre skits and acting a fool. You know what I mean? I just can't. There's some people I'm like, I can't take you seriously. But you're good at it, so I'm glad that you want to do this. The deal is reportedly worth over $1 billion and includes creator fees, back-end profits, and guaranteed slots for his project. So it sounds like a very good deal. NBC has a lot of money. They have a lot of money, so it doesn't surprise me one bit. But then when our Peacock subscriptions go up $5 next year, you'll know why. So Amy Schumer was on the red carpet with Kim recently because All's Fair actually comes out today. I was wondering how they were going to do it because like White Lotus, when it comes out like 9 p.m. every Sunday. But like on Hulu, most of the stuff comes out as soon as it hits like midnight or even before that, like an hour or two before that, depending on where you are. And so I was like, I wonder if that's going to happen because on Tuesdays now it's All's Fair, it's Dancing with the Stars, and Real Housewives of Salt Lake. I'm like, all on the same night. Wonderful, you guys. But if you are unaware, this was probably 2014, 15 maybe. Kim and her ex-husband, who shall not be named, were on a red carpet together, and Amy Schumer thought it'd be funny to like trip and fall in front of them as a joke. And I don't think Kim thought it was that annoying, but I think the other person, the ex-husband, thought it was super annoying. And so then recently, they're at the premiere. I think they're in New York, maybe. And I see a picture, and it's Amy Schumer falling in front of Kim Kardashian on the red carpet. And Amy Schumer posted about it on her Instagram. She's like, "I love you, Kim," and Kim commented back. She's like, "I love you too." And it just got me thinking, like all the people that have made, not all of them, but a lot of the people that have made fun of Kim before, or like underestimated her, actually come around and end up liking her because I think she's just genuinely a super nice person and very hardworking. That's one thing you'll hear a lot about Kim is she's extremely hardworking. So I think it's just inevitable that people come around to liking her. But yeah, I'm so excited to watch this show. I have not seen the first episode yet, but trust I will get my input and tell you about it next week. So Katy Perry is causing a buzz in the music world right now because in she's still on tour and while you're waiting for her show to start, she just has like TV screens, like just tons of them scattered around, like on the back of the stage, and they're playing different music videos. They're playing different clips from like just her career. Then people notice there's a new video, and it's her sitting on a tree, and it's like never before seen footage, and she's cutting the branch that she's sitting on, and then she falls, which people are indicating like that's her way of saying like she sabotaged her own career during the Witness era, something along the lines of her kind of rebranding. And people thought it might have just been a new music video, but she has changed the font on her website, which is a very big indicator because she's had, I mean, most celebrities do, but she's had multiple different fonts for each era. And this one is it going to load? It's going to load. How's my day? This is kind of cool. How's my day? And then has three smiley faces. One smiley, one medium, and one frowny. My day's good right now. I woke up a little later than I wanted to. That's it. Okay, so that was not much. Anyway, then there's a rumor that has a song coming out with Tove Lo, which I would love. I would absolutely love that. Then there's a rumor that she's coming out with a whole new album. So I also love that. She's also been seen with Justin Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada, which we love to see, and they just look very happy together. They look very just at peace and whatever. And Diplo was doing a interview with someone, and he said, she's like, "Oh, you dated Katy Perry?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did, or whatever." And then he's like, "I actually dated Justin Trudeau too." And she's like, she kind of thought he was joking, and then he just kept talking about it. She's like, "Oh," she's like, "You really did?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, we did." I guess yesterday he posted on his Instagram picture of him and Justin together, and he used the song "The One That Got Away," which I think that's pretty funny. Diplo I've always liked. He did say that comment about Taylor Swift one time, about how she's had small boobs, and then Lord could snap back at him and said he had a small dick. And I'm like, you know what? Good for you, Lord. Good for you for standing up for her. This is very, very interesting, you guys. So if you are fans of American Horror Story, they are bringing it back. Season 13, I think. Let's see. Yes, yes, they are. American Horror Story Season 13 cast includes Ariana Grande and Jessica Lange. Let's see. So many ads. Oh, let's see. Just tell us. Okay. So basically, Jessica Lange was like the pinnacle of that franchise, and people absolutely loved her, and she hasn't been on it for a while. And she was interviewed once and said, "What would you ever go back to American Horror Story?" She's like, "No, never. Absolutely never." So someone's like, "This paycheck must have been pretty fat because she's back." Also, Evan Peters and um, Emma Roberts are back in this. And if you're unaware, those two dated and they had some issues. Let's see. They had some issues once or multiple times. It says, okay, Emma Roberts and Evan Peters are no longer in a relationship. They ended their tumultuous on again, off again engagement and relationship for good in March 2019. They are both now in separate relationships. The actors dated on and off for nearly 7 years, 2012 2019, after meeting on the set of the film Adult World. They were engaged twice, first in 2014, again in 2016. Turbulence. Their relationship was public and often turbulent, including multiple breakups and reconciliations. In July 2013, Roberts was arrested in a domestic dispute in Montreal after police found Peters with a bloody nose. The couple called it an unfortunate incident and misunderstanding, and Peters did not press charges. So there you go. Apparently, it wasn't as bad as people think it was because they, press charges, but you never know. Okay, so the cast is Jessica Lange, Ariana Grande, Sarah Paulson, who is a pinnacle of that franchise as well, Evan Peters, the Queen Angela Bassett, the Queen Kathy Bates, Emma Roberts, Billy Lord, who is Carrie Fisher's daughter, and Debbie Reynolds' granddaughter, Gabourey Sidibe, and Leslie Grossman. So this cast is going to be great. People are speculating that it is going to be the finale, like the series finale, because this is like a crazy all-star cast. It says it looks like it will be released next Halloween, October 31st, 2026. So very exciting stuff. Okay, two big powerhouse companies are partnering together. The luggage company Base, which was founded by Shay Mitchell, she was on Pretty Little Liars, has partnered with the makeup skincare. Does she have skincare? Guru Queen Selena Gomez for her Rare Beauty, which I'm on Base now, and it says it is already sold out of everything. What it looks like to be is bags for like cosmetic things. Like they have a brush bag here. You can get it in multiple different colors. The black is still available. It looks like I can't tell if there's a line in that, but it's got the Rare Beauty color as well. Um, they have a large cosmetic pouch for $74, the makeup brush pouch for $24, and then they have, oh no, they don't have bags. They just have the regular bags too. So not a whole lot. Then they have the blush case. We can join the waitlist if we want. What is the blush case? That did not last long. Your Rare Beauty blush deserves a proper home. This compact case keeps it secure, stylish, and ready for a quick touch-up anywhere, anytime. Sleek and protective, it's small enough to toss in your bag without bag, but bold enough in worth to make a statement. You're glowing and you know it. Worth it, absolutely. And yes, the blush case is, oh my gosh, the blush case agrees. So basically, it's just a little case for your blush, but it has a little mirror inside, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, you can't get it anymore because it's all sold out already, which is crazy. So I'm guessing they'll do another one because um, it sold out so quickly. Like that was a super popular. Oh, this is kind of cool. On their website, it says second base. I'm like, what does that mean? Well, which is second base? Base is spelled Beis, but it's pronounced base. But then they say second base, like you know what I mean. Welcome to our brand new resale program, a place to shop secondhand bags and your path to giving fresh life to old styles. Second base is a part of our mission to let all of our bags keep traveling, even the ones that have slight imperfections, because that's what makes us beautiful, right? So it's basically like a refurbishment program, which if you're wanting something, this might be a good idea. I mean, they're not going to bring bags that are like completely destroyed and try and sell them. At least I'd hope not. So you can get like the Weekender resale bag. It's usually $108. You can get it for 76, which seems kind of pricey to me. I'm wondering if they do it based on um, the damage and the wear. So far, oh, here's a bag. Resell medium check-in luggage out cover. I'm like, that seems cheap for a bag because it's only $45. So far, I have not seen. Oh, here we go. Resell small carry-on roller, usually $248, now $174. So there we go. Okay, so this was interesting. Gayle King was the lead anchor on CBS Mornings. Her contract expires in May of 2026, and people speculate that she might be retiring. But it says Gayle King is not retiring. If you're wondering, she's Oprah's best friend. But reports suggest also she's Oprah's best friend and also a journalist and a news anchor. I should give her more credit than just Oprah's best friend. But reports suggest that she may be leaving her anchor role in CBS Mornings when the contract expires in May 2026. Though CBS denies any final decisions have been made, she's reportedly being offered or considered for a different role within CBS, possibly producing her own content. King herself has denied the rumors, stating the network executives had told her she's doing a great job and she has no idea about any changes. That's good. I feel like she's she should not do that. She should stay and work and do what she loves. Margaret Qualley, she is how do you spell Margaret Qualley? Margaret Qualley. She is going to be in a new movie with Drew Starkey, who is from he's the evil brother from Outer Banks. Let's see. Which show was it? Which show was it? Yeah, here we go. Not much on this. It's called King Snake. A couple inherits an Arkansas farm where they're faced with real world problems and supernatural forces battling physical and metaphysical demons while confronting the property's dark legacy. So far, it's just those two. Oh, and Michael Shannon. How do I explain him? He was on Knives Out. He was the uncle. I think he had kind of a limp, right? Is that what I'm talking about? So, yeah. Anyway, that has like no date or anything. I just saw that recently. It's in pre-production, so it's going to be a while before that comes out. I was unaware of this, but Kenny Chesney has a book coming out. I don't know why. I'm so annoyed because I Googled at the beginning of this year because I want to do like a video on TikTok of stuff coming out this year of books, and there's so many that have come out that people have not talked about, and then all of a sudden they have books. It's like, wait a second, you said you didn't have a book, and now you do. Okay, so the book is called Heart Life Music by Kenny Chesney, on sale November 4th, 2025. So today, you can buy it literally anywhere. There's like a million tabs on here. Let's see about the book. Heart Life Music shares the stories from a kid from a small town, East Tennessee, with a dream fueled by sports and music around him. When high school football came to an end, he knew there must be something more. In college, Kenny Chesney found himself on a bar stool with a guitar and an unexpected connection between people, life, and songs. His heart caught fire. With Nashville's vibrant creative scene, characters, legends, and places now long gone from the city he encountered in those early days, Chesney explores the quest to find himself as an artist and a man, as well as a sense of home anywhere there's an ocean. There are the stories of the unlikely game changer who become the sound of coming of age of the 21st century, made friends with his heroes, rocked stadiums, and founded a no-shoe nation. So yeah, if you want to read, I know my friend Nathan hates Kenny Chesney, but sorry, he has a new book out. He sold over 35 million albums and won the prestigious Entertainer of the Year 8 times, as well as holding Billboard's record for the most country number ones, with 36 chart-topping songs and that define coming of age in the flyover in the 21st century. The reason I found out about this is because there was an article that said Kenny Chesney paid Taylor Swift, and back when Taylor Swift was first starting, she was supposed to go on tour with Kenny Chesney, and everything was set in stone. And then last minute, she's, what was she, 17, 16, 17? But the concert was sponsored by Bud Light, and they wouldn't allow her to perform because she was underage, which is kind of weird. It's not like she was up there drinking. You know what I mean? So he felt so bad that he gave her money. He gave her a check. And yeah, I'm sure that's something she never forgot. But I think she like was probably grateful for the money, but she probably was very sad to not have gone on tour with him. But you know what? That might have worked out in the long run because maybe she had time to work on new material. Maybe it fueled her creativity. You just never know how it's going to be. This is interesting. Ridiculousness has been canceled after 46 seasons. 46 seasons. People on TikTok or Twitter were like, I thought they were just doing reruns this whole time. The show that ate MTV, how ridiculousness devoured the network's soul. Basically, if you had satellite television or whatever, and you went to MTV, it was ridiculousness for about 20 hours of the day, and then a few shows for four, and then ridiculousness again. Like it, it literally was the only show on there. Started in 2011. I remember in high school when it started, and I'm like, this show's funny. And I always wondered, I'm like, how do they get videos like this, but it's not like online? You know what I mean? I think they kind of do with what AFV does. If they get your video, they own it. They own the rights to it. My friends wanted to submit a funny video to AFV, and they were reading the fine print, and it said, "We own this video now. Like you can't use it for anything else. Like it belongs to us." So, oh, interesting. Bankruptcy court documents have revealed the salary of MTV and Rob Dyrdek while the network cancels his longtime clip show Ridiculousness. The show appears to be the latest casualty of the change amid Paramount's merger with Skydance. According to Bloomberg, MTV was paying at least 32 million a year to Dyrdek. 32 million a year. That's so good for him. Good for him. Who created and hosted Ridiculousness since 2011. Dyrdek was producing 336 episodes per year. What? That's what I'm saying. Where are they getting all these videos? Because you don't see them necessarily on like TikTok. With bonuses that included 21,000 per episode. The Independent reported the MTV star had a chance to earn 45 million a year if the show continued through 2029. However, MTV has decided to cancel Ridiculousness after 2026. The new information about Dyrdek's salary comes after his production company's Super Jacket Productions filed bankruptcy. Really? In October? Really? He's making $35 million a year for 14 years, and you had to file bankruptcy? Wow. As a result of the Paramount Skydance merger, thousands of people were let go from their jobs at Paramount. According to the Independent, about 11% of Paramount's 18,600 full and part-time employees have been cut since the merger. That's weird for me that Skydance bought Paramount. Let's see. The merger, which has brought together CBS News, Paramount Pictures, MTV, and Paramount Plus, became official in August after Paramount paid Donald Trump $16 million lawsuit to settle a lawsuit. Interesting. Why? Paramount, streaming network owned by Larry Ellison, the tech billionaire, who is one of Trump's biggest supporters. What does this have to do with anything? If Larry Ellison is filthy rich. Let's see. Larry Ellison, net worth. $320 billion. Why are they laying people off? That is ridiculous. That is so stupid. MTV will continue to air Ridiculousness on the network through 2026. However, the network is not producing any new episodes going forward. Some of the episodes will stream on Paramount Plus. MTV has aired 46 seasons of Ridiculousness since 2011. Wow. I don't even think what's her name's on there anymore. Chanel? Yeah, I don't think she is. Crazy. That is a lot of seasons. That is a lot of seasons. Demi Lovato's album debuted at number 9 on Billboard. It was projected to debut at number 13, but fans rallied. I don't know if it was her team or her record label like dropped the ball majorly. Like people are thinking they purposely are trying to sabotage her, but they didn't release any physical copies in stores. Like Target is just barely getting their physical copies in stores right now, and it's been over a week since her album came out. So to have all that be from people, from fans streaming and buying merch and stuff online is pretty good. So the Lovatics pulled together and they went from number 13 to number 9. That means all of Demi Lovato's albums have debuted in the top 10 spots, which is awesome. That is so cool. Miley Cyrus will be on Sesame Street, so yeah, no, when she said she was booked and busy, that's what she was meaning apparently. Told you it wasn't going to be a tour. I don't even know where Sesame Street is anymore. Like, what platform is it on? Carly Rae Jepsen announced that she's pregnant. That is super exciting for her. Pump Rules. It's a new, I don't know if it's a new TV show or if it's a spin-off. Pump Rules. Maybe they just abbreviated it? Hang on. Oh no, so it's the TV show. Vanderpump Rules season 12 features a new cast of servers. So it's not a new show. They just shortened the name from Vanderpump Rules to Pump Rules. That starts in on December 2nd. If you're a Vanderpump Rules, that's the show people keep telling me to watch. I get that one a lot. They're like, I cannot believe you haven't watched that show. I'm like, I know. It's just a little overwhelming. There's a lot of episodes. Okay, a few more things on here. Taylor Swift is the first artist in history to have 15 albums, over 2 billion streams on Spotify. That's a lot of streams. And then last but not least, we have Jonathan Bailey is People's Sexiest Man Alive, which just in time for Wicked. I still am just shocked at the lack of promo for the second part of Wicked. And people keep telling me like, well, yeah, but it was so popular the first one. I'm like, yeah, but why wouldn't you want to keep up that momentum and keep it going? Like I have not seen one interview with Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo. I have not like the one thing I do notice is there's a lot of branded product. Like there's laundry soap that's Wicked branded. I bought some body wash from Olay that's Wicked branded. They have Wicked branded Swippers. Like that's the only other thing, but I'm like that is really surprising because the first movie never even made a billion, which I mean it made a lot of money, but you would think that they would want to break a billion on this next one. Maybe they think that they're going to, maybe they're projecting it to be fine, but you never really can count on that. So I don't know, interesting. Okay, I think that'll be it for me today, you guys. Oh, here's my my bumper sticker I got from Addison Rae. It says I'm an Addison Rae fan disguised as an Addison Rae hater. So I'm not actually gonna put this on my car because I hate bumper stickers, but I'll put it somewhere right here. And it's like Kim would say, you would never put a bumper sticker on a Bentley when someone asked her if she had a tattoo. So there you go. Anyway, thank you for listening. I will see you next week. And hopefully I can get my Crumble review in here because if so, that would be fun. A fun thing for you guys to watch. If not, I'll for sure probably put it up on TikTok so you can watch it there. Hey, thanks for listening. And yeah, start your Christmas shopping because it's going to come fast. All right, bye.